Hi, it's Sarah here from Thriving Solo, and today I want to chat a little bit about what the real cost of waiting to start your practice can be. I just want to help you see that delaying has got hidden costs and that these costs are actually often worse than starting imperfectly. You keep saying one more month, and that month keeps moving back. You're not lazy, you're cautious, and that's understandable, but caution can quietly become stuck. So today I'm going to show you what it's really costing you to wait, and in my next video we'll talk about how to move forward without creating chaos. Now, if you have already started, this video might not be of so much help to you, but please have a little think about others that are coming along behind you and whether there's anything that you can do to help and support them, because that can also be a really good basis for creating a support network for you both for the future. So this is for you if you're a great clinician who keeps putting off the business side. Whether you're waiting on more certifications, the perfect logo, or just one more course, then this video is for you. So let's unpack the hidden consequences of not starting your practice, even if you're almost ready. Waiting feels responsible because it looks like planning, but there is the trap of I'll start when I'm ready. And ready is often a moving target. Confidence doesn't come from planning, it comes from action, from seeing real clients, even if it's just a few. Ready isn't a feeling, it's a result. And if you keep waiting, you still pay, just in different ways. So I'm going to look first of all at what the 5 key costs of waiting are. These aren't the only ones, just the key ones. So the first one is that you lose skill momentum. You can forget the real world flow, like pacing a first consult, setting boundaries and explaining treatment clearly. You might also miss moving into your clinical voice, the calm way that you explain what you're doing and why. So this is quite a significant thing. If you've been doing training, you will have been training in those skills. But as you sit waiting to open, you can actually lose that skill, lose that voice. And this is where it builds onto the next bit, where your confidence gets fragile. Because the longer you wait, the scarier starting feels. So the next key one is about confidence. Tiny decisions start to feel huge and irreversible, and they're not. We're all going to change throughout our career, and it's worth just taking the risk and moving now and learning and adapting as we go along, rather than waiting until we feel confident and then going along, because we're still going to change anyway. You will find things that felt great in your head when you were planning don't quite work in practice when you've got other people involved. And money pressure builds in weird ways. So you might be saving by not opening, you might be saving money on rent, for example, but often you're still paying for memberships, for training, for storage. As I say, hopefully not rent at this stage, but you might already be committed to rent before you're actually making anything. Many of us have still been working a day job while training. I did initially, but then I found that the training was just too intensive. But I know that I've got other friends in my training cohort that carried on working throughout. And often you can take on extra work hours to help you get by financially, and that actually leaves even less time to actually open. So just be aware that those money pressures are another key cost of waiting. Key cost number 4 is that you're actually teaching people not to book you. Referrers forget you. Even friends stop asking how the clinic's going because they don't want to add any pressure. And clients don't wait. They book who's available now. So again, that's another thing that is worth just bearing in mind. Key cost number 5 is that admin gets no easier. You don't avoid the admin, you just delay learning what actually matters. So you don't find out which forms your clients actually read. You don't find out which intake questions help and which ones confuse. You don't find out how long your notes take and what can speed them up. So you're risk building a system based on guesses, and then you're having to redo it again later anyway. So those are the key costs, but there's also the fact that pricing gets harder to set. Your reputation takes longer to build, and you may miss the soft launch advantage. A soft launch is just being able to start small and then actually officially open once you've got your systems in place. So waiting feels safe, but it's costing you time, momentum, and visibility. So what I'm going to recommend is that you start small, start real, start paid. So in part 2, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that with a 7-day plan and the bare minimum setup to get going. For now, just start thinking about your opening date. Be ready to open a little. Improve as you go. If you want to get a little ahead before the next video, then you can also start thinking about your hours, your price, and your booking method. So please drop back again soon, and we'll move on to part 2 with a plan for opening. Bye for now.